Alright, we're programming a Cub5v torque meter for a pt13. What I have on the back side here, I have 12 volts hooked up to a battery going to my positive and my negative here, positive over on the right side, on the back to light the unit up, give it power. And I have a variable voltage control guy right here where I turn the voltage on top, and I can get my volts to read different things. So I hook that into the positive into the input 1 and the negative into the user common. So what we're going to do is we're going to set this guy. There's no pro code, so we're going to select input 1. And we're going to set this guy up normally, and then I'll go back and show you how to here, let's see if I can move this guy and hold on to it while I go through all the settings. Okay, range, we want 20U, so we're resetting it to 20U and select decimal point. We don't want a decimal point, so I push reset until it gets to a 0. Push select. Offset is that number will start flashing as soon as you hit the reset button. So we're going to reset the first number to a 1. It moves when you push select. So we're going to reset that number to 1, and we're going to push and hold select to hold that. Filter should be 1. That's correct. We push select. Band should be 010. That's correct. We push select. Style, it says key here, but we want apply, so we're going to push reset. We got apply. We're going to push select. Input 1. Okay, here's where we push reset, and see I'm all right. Little accident. We're reading 1.560 volts, and we want 1.305. So I can get this thing to change. Well, here, we got to push reset, and that'll read the volts going into it. Let me set this in place. I'm sorry. Bear with me. 1.560. So we can get the voltage to change by moving this little doohickey here. And we're going to want a 1.305 or close to it. It's kind of tricky. There we go, 1.309. Push and hold select, and it'll change. And we'll set this to 100 foot-pounds. Change that to 100, and that's your reading for 100 foot-pounds. Input 2. We're going to want this guy to read 3.220. So we'll go back over here and move this, and we're going 3.220 volts as we want for a 600 foot-pound reading. 3.220. There we go. Close enough. Push select. That'll be display 2. So we'll change that to 600. That'll be your reading for 600 foot-pounds. And we'll come over here and change that last guy to a 0. There we go. Push and hold select. User in should be no. And then we'll input the pro code to store all our information. Is the only other one we have to go to is user in should be no. Push select. We'll go down here to 3, display, decimal point, or DSPT1, select yes, reset DSP, 0 no, units off, color red, D level 5, code. We're going to change this to a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go over one number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Over one number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Push and hold select. Pro no, push select again, and you're out. Should read around 600 foot-pounds. And we move this around, and that changes your torque settings by the amount of volts that are going in. Thank you for bearing with me. My name is John. Glad to help.